Good to see you. I was walking across the road down here at Locust and going down to Michigan. There's some bridges down there that homeless people sleep underneath. And it reminded me of a story from years ago when we were at the Holy Cross Youth Center. And this guy named Jerry came in and had long hair, homeless guy, and had a glass eye and always had a very gruff demeanor. He would come in and we had a kitchen staff. A couple of young ladies would cook food for anybody who wanted to come in. It wasn't just a youth center. And this guy would come in and he would say, "Hey, is the food ready? When's the food ready? I want to eat." And he would eat in a very gruff manner. And in fact, the kids didn't want to get behind him in line. And sometimes homeless people, they're on the street, they have an odor about them. And I mentioned this one time to the folks at the food bank. We were getting food from them at that point in time. And they says, "Well, why don't you have the guys sit down at a table and have the kids serve him so they don't have to get behind him and he's not in the food line?" Because we had like a, you serve yourself type of deal. So that worked. It was kind of cool. And, Jerry came by, and I always made it a habit of trying to make them feel special. I'd ask them, "Hey, when's your birthday?" So I get my little flip phone out, and I put their birthday in there, and I try to remember it. And one of the top supermarkets would donate like cakes and pastries and pies, bread, and all that stuff. So on their birthday, we'd get the cake out of the freezer. So on Jerry's birthday, I went around looking for him because I hadn't seen him in a while, and just couldn't find him. Finally, Jerry shows up a couple of weeks later, and he walks in. "Hey, where's the food? Is the food ready?" And he's all gruff and everything. And I says, "Hey, Jer, where you been?" And and I said, "Jer, I was looking for you on your birthday." I said, "I got a cake for you." And all of a sudden, it was like he looks at me and he says, "Cake? You got a cake for me?" I says, "Yeah, we got a birthday cake for you." I said, "Would you like a piece now?" I said, "It's in the freezer. I can get it out." "Yeah, need cake." So we set the cake down. All of a sudden, he eats the cake. It was like a transformation. Jerry gets up and he says, "Hey, you need any help around here? Can I take the garbage out?" Instead of being pushy, demanding, waiting for the food, all of a sudden, this dude turned into a servant. It was the most beautiful thing to see. So it was like, sometimes you might be dealing with people that you might think that their heart's like a stone in the middle of a buffalo snowbank, but you got to remember that love is patient. And sometimes when you look at a rock, I don't know if you can see the rock from here, but if you look at the rock that says love is patient, you got to remember that some people are like that. And so if you're patient, you got to remember love is patient, love is kind. Love ain't jealous, it doesn't brag. Love's not haughty. Love's not rude, it isn't selfish. Love doesn't get mad easy. And you know what? And love doesn't keep track of all the times it got backstabbed. Love doesn't take pleasure from evil, but rejoices over the truth. Love patiently accepts all things. It always trusts, always hopes, always continues strong. If you love the way Jesus loved us, the way he gave his life for us, the truth is that love never ends. Thanks for your time. Go be patient with somebody. Jesus loves you, and so do we.